Hey guys, it's Melanie Hinds. I bring you the fastest Iraqi dinar summary on the planet. However, it's Monday. Monday's always a long day because that's when I do my mastermind group Zoom for my members, and it was so much fun. Thank you for everybody. If you were on it, please comment down below. God is so good to me, guys, because we had to put our dog down Saturday night, so my Sabbath was kind of stressful, and then yesterday was all my phone. So this is all my brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max. So if you can tell a difference, comment down below that you can tell a difference. I was born in 1965, just got a beautiful birthday card for my 60th birthday from Kim, and I did a separate video of this, unboxing all my new lip glosses that just came in. God is really trying to encourage me to just keep the faith with the loss of our beloved Madison. She sent me a sticker. Also in my live streams now, I'm gonna do a separate, pull a message from God from this bag that Kim sent me with all the cards. They're going to be in there, so that's going to be fun. So get on a live stream. I will not be going live tonight because my husband took a day off to heal, and I thought that was very wise. He's painting, which is very cathartic experience for him. So I'm getting this Intel summary done. Just took the dogs out, so I want to take a nap. Your girl needs a nap. So here's the summary. Guys, there is a lot of misinformation flowing. They are still on a 7-day break starting last Friday to this Friday. So wonder why they extended their holiday to 7 days from 3. So the article I shared this morning on the live stream was oil gains on smaller than expected OPEC output rise. And I talked about that on my live stream. You can go there. Gold rallies past 3,900 as safe haven demand intensifies. I again talked about that on my live stream. No timestamps because I don't have people to do that anymore. But you can find it. Just go past an hour if you don't want the God piece, although the lessons were really good. Everybody thought it was really good today. The next was Iran assets in Iraqi banks. There's some interesting information about assets in Iraqi banks safe despite UN snapback move. So Iran is saying their assets are safe in the Iraqi banks, which is causing, I don't know. There's a lot of misinformation about the time they revalue a currency. You just have to know that's the case. It said lending. There's another article that I couldn't do with the details, but maybe I'll cover it tomorrow morning because I'm live every morning at 9. Again, just want to get you this fastest summary on the net. They say there's a lending freeze. Cash hoarding exposes fragility of Iraqi banks. Well, the last time we talked to the military, this thing was a go. The banks were already done. 90% of their currencies were taken into the banks. So what is true? Hard to tell. We know there was misinformation prior to this happening in Kuwait. They said it wasn't going to happen for a year. We did see one CBI article that said they don't plan to change their currency, but we all know better than that. You have to be wise these days to see the truth through the lies. And guys, I specialize in that on the Truth, Facts, and Optimism channel. God told me to tell you that you can pull this in by faith, so please agree with me in prayer that it is done. I decree and declare that the Iraqi dinar revaluation is done, and we're able to have it. We'll able to have access to it in our banks. You walk by faith, not by sight on my channel. That's what I do. So then we go to the summary of everybody else. Frank 26. This thing Sudani did, extended the national holiday to 7 days, was interesting. This is the perfect time for Sudani to release the new exchange rate. So keep the faith. When you go to sleep, I'm going to take a nap on that couch over there. What do? I go into a space where it's already done. I can see the money going into my account. I can see myself paying off debt. In fact, I've already paid off all my debts because I do that visualization on a daily. And what do you visualize? How do you visualize it? Comment down below if you want to know. What is your visualization like? It might spark somebody in this community. We thrive in this community. We talk about new thought patterns can change everything. Claire says, article, Washington warns al-Sudani and bans him from the UN meeting. Quote, Washington prevented Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani from attending UN meetings amid threats of U.S.-Israeli strike against PMF factions. A call between the Secretary of State Marco Rubio and al-Sudani prior to the UN General Assembly meetings revealed to him that there would be no agenda for him to work with the U.S. administration officials due to the failure to take the measures he had agreed upon against Iranian-backed militias in Iraq. So what do you think? Do you believe that? Do you believe that that's just a scare tactic for us to think it's not done and just not pay attention to it? I know that's what a lot of people will do. It's kind of like the fear and greed index in the crypto space. Are you in cryptos? Comment down below if you hold XRP, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Comment down below. Just don't say what you have. Don't say how much you have, but you can say what you have. We also think the Vietnam Dong has said, the IMF has said they're ready to revalue by the end of this year. So this is going to go in waves. God gave me a word this morning from Amos 9:14. These waves are going to overwhelm you. I again talked about that on my live stream this morning. So if you watch the live stream, you might increase, I know you'll increase your faith. So now we go to Mark Z. This one was sent to me by a member. This is from Friday, June 1st of 2007. Now this is the history of what Mark has. The Iraqi hydrocarbon law, how and when. They talk about how long this has taken, when we will finally have it, and the stability it will bring. This was about a 20-year process, and we are at the end of it. We have never been to this point before. I agree, Mark, and I'm so honored to be one of the representatives that gives you the bigger picture of this, because I used to thrive on the bigger picture. You had to get the bigger picture when you were in, when I did my work as an auditor with Pricewaterhouse, when I was on the partner track. You had to get the big picture to be able to assess when things, you know, if their financial statements materially represent the operations of a publicly traded global company. And so I'm looking at this with those lenses, those auditor lenses. And I think Iraq is ready to go. It's never been this extravagant. If you haven't seen Nader's short about what Iraq looks like now, I think you should look at it. That'll tell you what the value of the currency should be, not the 0.00076 that it is at today. Mountain Goat, oil agreement to deliver Kurdistan's oil to Somo and export it via the Cayenne in accordance with the Constitution and budget. The best part about this agreement is now the U.S. Treasury can exchange our dinars for cheap oil credits as planned without sacrificing the entire Iraqi economy. You see, there had to be this oil and gas agreement first. Now you are going to see why it is so important to get this law in place. But remember, too, that the finalized law has not been submitted to Parliament as of yet. Well, as we wait, right? We wait with bated breath, absolutely. Somebody asked Frank about the exchanging, the deletion of the zeros. I have a visual representation that I think is better. And the rate right now is 0.0076. So if they just took a few zeros off the note, it would look like this. 1 USD, finally, YouTube fixed it. Thank you, YouTube, for fixing all the numbers things. This is paper. This is 1 USD equals 1310. To get the IQD to USD rate, it's 0.0076. You get that by dividing 1 USD by the 1310. So 0.0076, if you were to remove those 3 zeros, you would end up with 0.76. So it's never going to be a lop. They're not going to take a $25,000 note and make it 25. So what does that mean? So if the Iraqi dinar is 0.76, then you turn out and 0.76 times the $25,000 note is worth $19,000. That's an example, okay? If you had $1 million, 0.76 times that is worth $760,000. Now, we all know Kuwait right now is worth about 322 US dollars. 1 Kuwaiti dinar is worth 322 US dollars. So what value do you think the Iraqi dinar has? We have a Forex letter that says it's 481.01, 4 US dollars, 81 cents, and 01 hundredths of a penny. And 1 dinar equals 481.01. So what do you believe? We have a Forex letter that says it's already loaded. They're just waiting for the coordinated political timing. So you have to choose what you believe. I hope you will join this community because my stance on it, it is done. I hope that answers your question. Let's see. I think that's it. Militiaman article, Prime Minister, National Guard, gold reserves represent an important pillar of financial stability. Iraq is no slouch with their gold holdings of 162 tons of it. Today, gold is, now it's over 3,900 per ounce as of this morning. That is stability, and the world central banks are very much aware of it, just as they are aware over 100 billion in reserves and likely climbing. They have increased non-oil revenues and will continue more quickly in the future, all of which supports their exchange rate. And in that, they recorded 0.8% inflation is a historic low. Iraq is ripe for a real effective exchange rate. Is it the 481 or is it another rate? What do you think? Comment down below. There is no confidence everywhere we look. There is confidence everywhere we look, unless you were unaware. And I've got an Iraqi dinar playlist. You can see where I've been coming from all these years. And also you can see that the Holy Spirit told me it was done, gave me 3 steps to a safe exchange, because God's people needs a safe way to exchange, given all the mystery surrounding where they're going to be exchanging. They're not telling you. That makes you wonder, things that make you go, So that's my summary. What do you think? I hope you will subscribe, tap the bell, at least leave a positive comment down below, because I could use the encouragement. I'm going to be honest, because losing my dog Roxy that we've had for 12 and a half years was really hard this weekend. And God told me to say, look, this is the message today. We're blessed. We're not stressed. So don't let stress get to you. Realize you're blessed, not stressed. And what do you think about this? This is Crimson. I did a unboxing video. You go look at that. This is City Lips. These are lip stuff I really like. And I got some darker colors so that they could replace that shiny stuff that my husband doesn't like, because this I don't think he minds. Okay, that's my summary. God bless. I'll see you later. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9. I wish I could join you tonight, but my husband's schedule changed because of, having, Roxy. So we're just healing today. So send us some love, give us some nice energy, and please give me some positive comments down below. It's been a really hard weekend, but I'm glad I got this phone reset up and I'm good to go. Keep praying for me. Bye.